said a couple of things that I like. Number one, I like how she says, I grew up in the physical world and I speak English. This next generation grew up in the digital space and they speak social. What she is demonstrating right there, which works in both directions, is that in this new world, it's not about how you want to communicate. It's about how the person you're trying to reach and connect with wants to be communicated with. We all have to be flexible in this new space. And it's not just about a senior executive trying to leverage a social tool. That goes for the younger generation, the new workforce showing up and saying, if I'm interacting with a client or a customer or a partner who appreciates when I pick up the phone and call them or go down and attempt to have a face-to-face conversation instead of allowing misinterpretation to happen in email, I've got to do that. I've got to be great at all of that. Let me be clear, this is not an out with the old, in with the new type message. There are great principles and values of the model on the right. It is not throwing that out the door. You think about everything from disseminating information, right? Streamlining processes, policies, procedures. There are good things about the model on the right. But I don't think there's a single person that would argue with me today to say that in order to compete and win in the new world as fast as it's moving, we need something that's more flexible and dynamic, something that looks and feels like the model on the left. It has to be a hybrid. It cannot be either or. So we look for places to incorporate and bring that together too. And I think something as simple as the concept of everyone having a seat at the table, that type of a view, that type of an ethos starts to move you in the direction of the model on the left. Because it's not out with the old, but it's also not this. Sometimes I'll have leaders say to me, let me tell you something, Seth. That picture on the left looks like total freaking chaos to me. I don't want anything to do with that. No way, no how, no thank you. There's no leader, no authority. It's a free-for-all. And what I say to them is this, it's not that there's not a leader. There still is a leader. The difference is, and this is the cultural shift, the leader, she no longer sits on the top of the chart, she sits in the center of the network. Oh, that's a powerful place to be. The center of the network, where now you have the ability to connect with every single person in this room, and more importantly, they have the ability to connect to you. That is where we win.
But the reality is, we all have relationships like that in our lives. And my goal, my mission is to help you fill your organization up with those types of relationships. Because if you have that going on inside your culture, you better bet that bleeds over to your residents. Am I right? Of course it does. But if you stereotype and have gaps that divide your teams, you better bet that that will then also be felt by your residents. It has a direct correlation.
Each generation has their own unique story, has their own unique history, and that by taking the time to listen and tap into and understand and learn these stories are the fabric of who we are, and they are the fabric of what connects us.
The teams that we find that are really excelling in the new world of work are leveraging the wisdom, knowledge, and perspective of their more senior, seasoned, experienced talent. They're getting them to share that information and pass it on to the next generation. They're leveraging the tech skills, the new view of seeing the world from their younger generation. It takes all of us to win in the new world of work.
I want to leave you with one closing thought. People always ask me, you're watching all of the trends, you're paying attention to the new world of work, you're talking to people about these shifts. What's your advice? How do you navigate all of this? And I thought about it, and I kind of narrowed it down to what I call my 3 C's, my 3 wishes. My 3 wishes. So my first wish for you is, I wish for you courage. Because if we all sit and actually admit it, this new world of work is scary. The amount of change that we're all trying to navigate through, the human nervous system has never experienced it before. There are nights when I wake up and I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing and what's coming next. Is this job even going to be here next year? What's going to happen in these industries? It's scary. It's like we're pioneers on the frontier. Who knows what's coming next? Be brave, stay courageous. Second, I wish for you curiosity. The only way to stay ahead in all of this new change is to continue to learn and grow. No one has it all figured out. Even what you knew 5 years ago could be completely irrelevant tomorrow. Stay curious, keep learning, keep saying, maybe we don't have it all figured out. Maybe this program could be better. Be willing to ask and support your fellow colleagues to say, maybe we can make this different, even if it's saying it to the 25-year-old. Stay curious. It'll keep you more interesting, it'll keep you young. And finally, I wish for you commitment. Because the only way you can pull all of this off is if you show up with your whole self every single day. One of my favorite brand mottos, and it's funny the overlap here, one of my favorite brand mottos is from Adidas. And if you're in New York, you see probably some of their big giant billboards where they say, "We go all in." I love it. I played football in college, I'm an athlete. To me, it's the epitome of what I'm all about. We go all in. I loved the theme when I saw that your theme for this conference was all in. You know what? You can either make that something that you just say on a piece of paper, or you can show up and live it every single day. You say, you know what? I do go all in. I go all in on every single front. And I'm going to go all in when it comes to my people to make sure that they bring them their best selves to work every single day. Because the only way you can win in this new world of work is if everyone from 65 to 23 goes all in and supports each other and has each other's back. Thank you for letting me be a part of this day. Thank you for letting me spend time with your organization. Have a great morning, everybody.